The Meena, pronounced Meena, is a tribe found mainly in the Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh regions of India. Its name is also transliterated as Meenanda or Meena. The Meenas claim connection to the Matsya avatar of Vishnu and the ancient Matsya Kingdom. History. The word Meena is derived from meen, the Sanskrit word for fish, and the Meenas claim a mythological descent from the Matsya avatar, or fish incarnation, of Vishnu. They also claim to be descendants of the people of the Matsya Kingdom, which flourished in the 6th century B.C. The historian Pramod Kumar notes that it is likely that the tribes living in the ancient Matsya Kingdom were called Meena, but it cannot be said with certainty that there is anything common between them and the modern Meenas. They are considered to be Adivasi, Aboriginal people. The Meenas ruled at certain places in Rajasthan till they were overpowered by invading Rajputs. From Meenas the Bundi was captured by Rao Dewa. A.D. 1342. Danda by Kachwaha Rajputs and Chopali fell to their Muslim rulers. Kota, Jalawar, Karali and Jalore were the other areas of earlier Meena influence where they were forced to surrender ultimately. Nandini Sinha Kapoor, a historian who has studied early India, notes that the oral traditions of the Meenas were developed from the early 19th century AD in an attempt to reconstruct their identity. She says of this process, which continued throughout the 20th century, that the Meenas try to furnish themselves a respectable present by giving themselves a glorious past. In common with the people of countries such as Finland and Scotland, the Meenas found it necessary to invent tradition through oral accounts, one of the primary uses of which is recognized by both historians and sociologists as being social protest against injustices, exploitation and oppression, a raison d'etre that helps to retrieve the image of a community. Kapoor notes that the Meenas not merely lack a recorded history of their own but also have been depicted in a negative manner both by medieval Persian accounts and records of the colonial period, from medieval times through to the British Raj. References to the Meenas describe them as violent, plundering criminals and an antisocial ethnic tribal group. British colonial period. The Raj colonial administration came into existence in 1858, following the Indian Rebellion of 1857, which caused the government of Britain to decide that leaving colonial administration in the hands of the East India Company was a recipe for further discontent. In an attempt to create an orderly administration through a better understanding of the populace, the Raj authorities instituted various measures of classifying the people of India. One such measure was the Criminal Tribes Act of 1871, under the provisions of which the Meenas were placed. The community remained stigmatized for many years, notably by influential officials of the Raj such as Herbert Hope Risley and Denzel Ibbotson, and were sometimes categorized as animists and as a hill tribe similar to the Bhils. The Meenas remained an officially designated criminal tribe until 1952, 3 years after the act had been repealed. Mark Brown has examined the impact and issues of the Meena community during British rule and the change in their status from being a higher social group to a criminal tribe. Recent history. Meenas have better rights for women in many respects compared to many other Hindu castes. The Meena fall into the scheduled tribes category in the state of Rajasthan, and the majority of them are classified as being Hindu. But in Madhya Pradesh, Meena are recognized as a scheduled tribe only in Siranj Tehsil, Vidisha, while in the other 44 districts of the state they are categorized as other backward classes. It has been proposed that the Meenas be fully recognized as a scheduled tribe in Madhya Pradesh. The proposal is being considered by the Government of India. In Uttar Pradesh, Meena are considered migrated from Rajasthan and have been living in western districts of Mathura, Sambal and Budan since many generations. At par their origin, they are granted a scheduled tribe status in the state of Uttar Pradesh. In Rajasthan, the Meena caste members opposed the entry of Gurjars into scheduled tribe fold, fearing that their own share of scheduled tribe reservation benefits will be eroded. They celebrate Meenas Jayanti on the third day of the Chaitra month's Shukla Paksha. Subdivisions. The Meena tribe is divided into several clans and sub-clans. Adiks, which are named after their ancestors. Some of the Adiks include Ariat, Ahari, Katara, Kaljua, Karadi, Damor, Gora, Dali, Doma, Nanama, Dador, Manort, Sharpota, Mahinda, Rana, Damir, Dadia, Parmar, Phagi, Bamna, Kat, Hura, Hela, Bagara, and Wagat. Bil Meena is another subdivision among the Meenas. As a part of a Sanskritization process, some Bils present themselves as Meenas, who hold a higher socio-economic status compared to the Bil tribal people. A subgroup known as Ujjwal Meena, also Ujjala Meena or Parihar Meena, seek higher status, and claim to be Rajputs, thus distinguishing themselves from the Bil Meenas. They follow vegetarianism, unlike other Meenas whom they designated as miːʳaː Meena. Other prevalent social groupings are Zaminda Meena and the Chaukidar Meena. The Zaminda Meena, comparatively more well-off, are those who surrendered to powerful Rajput invaders and got settled on the lands believed to be granted by the Rajputs. Those who did not surrender to Rajput rule and kept on waging guerrilla warfare are called the Chaukidar Meena. See also Rajasthani people, Jagar Fort, Dindar. Further reading. Adak, Deepak Kumar. Demography and Health Profile of the Tribals. A study of M. P. Anmol Publications.